that learning I have gained. Sometimes it happens that many people back out or TMOT back out. So how you can compensate that? So that's learning I have done. Along with this, I have 70 So a leadership skill I have gained to manage the 7 different people, and that is involuntary. Moreover, because there is no thing you are going to get at the end of the day, no appraisal losses as such. So making all the 7 people motivated to keep working for the 6 months for you is another thing that I learned and developed in the last 6 months. That is one thing that I can say that I have done over there in the last in this year. Apart from normal that in my corporate, if I look down, the normal level was remains the same. There's no pressure there. No promotion happened. So the corporate level was it will remain the same. On the if I look at other life has remained the same. Only thing that I gained this year the getting into the Toastmasters and acting as a person in the Toastmasters. Starting with you, like what you have any key takeaway in the entire year that you want to share with other people.
From the entire year.
Anything.
Also, she
Yes.
also she is guest, right?
She has been this year. Yeah.
Guest. Also, you can introduce as well and then share.
You can introduce yourself also and
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Gitanjali and I'm very much new to the Toastmaster community. This is my third session in the Toastmaster Club and very much here to interact and with new people like you all and gain their valuable experiences. Happy to meet you all. Looking forward to the session.
Yeah, Meena. Yeah, sorry. Just want to just add.
Now you can sit and breathe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Key takeaways for me in 2024 is first, there's no substitute for hard work. Go on, even if you have failed or you have succeeded, the hard work level should not vary with your level of failures and success. It should remain constant, even grow when you want to add to yourself. So there's no substitute for hard work, first of all. Secondly, humbleness. I've become a bit more humble and empathetic over the year because of the kind of experiences and kind of people I have been with. I would take away. Third is give back. Give back.
That's great. Kindness. Yeah, Meena.
So this year, 2-3 takeaways from this year. The first one I learned is how to break my barriers and take more challenges.
Okay.
So I just saw there is some barrier talking with strangers. So when I identified it, I worked on it and I purposely tried to talk to them. So I just broke this barrier, and the second barrier I broke this year is about learning something new which I never thought I would ever try to learn, but I just went into that zone and tried to understand astrology. This was something totally new for me, but I just wanted to understand it more, so I started learning it.
So, astrology and writing the writing.
Yeah.
That's great.
For me, I've been serving as a surgeon of arms since 6 months, and I've seen a lot of improvement in myself in my communication skills. Apart from Toastmasters, there are some positive signs I can see for 2025. So I think it's going to be a good year, but let's see. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so this year I moved around a lot.
Okay.
So I would say in a way my life was very uncertain through the year. But even then, whatever I wanted to accomplish, it like I had to convince myself that even Toastmasters that just join it. It doesn't matter how long you're here. Just take a step. So a lot of these things were out of my comfort zone, and I did many such things this year. So I'm very grateful for that. And another thing I've become better at through the year is being very, very patient. And a lot of things can go wrong around you, but sometimes you just have to keep your cool.
Great, convincing, patience, and motive motivated. So everyone can also.
Like how was 2024?
Yeah, key takeaway from the 2024. In a short, just in one line.
2024 was quite a good year, and I have learned a lot over my journey throughout the year. In terms of Toastmasters, I was not that regular in giving speeches, but I attended Toastmasters. But it has improved me a lot in the way you communicate, how to speak to people, when to speak, when not to speak, how to speak. All these things I have learned. So these are the positive approaches I have learned and developed over a period of 1 year, and hopefully 2025 will give me a good startup again.
Yeah, key takeaway from 2024. Anything, any moment that you want to say.
Okay, so I just need 1 minute.
Yeah, Manu.
Okay. So key takeaways. So I started upgrading my skills. So I started learning GenAI. So I did a small for beginner certification in GenAI. Couple of other things. I also started learning a lot about stock market. So that's the area I wanted to get into. So did some investments and made some mistakes as well. So mistakes are always learning. And other than that, my wife also started her small venture. So I was helping her in that. So that's also the way.
So I can say a lot of things in the one of the bucket. So we Rahul.
For me, 2024.
I know for 2025.
I mean, I have not done anything extraordinary. Whatever I do always, I did in 2024 as well. And I believe it has added a little bit to my experience and just added 1 year to overall age of mine. But actually the people around me have done extraordinary in 2024. For example, Julie got married in 2024.
Over 2025 will be. So for me, 2024 was primarily to be more observant. I started analyzing my own behavior, what actually brings anger in me, what irritates me, and then how I can actually overcome that. I'm still on that journey. So it started in 2024. From that perspective, it's a significant point for me for 2024. Second thing that I have known about Toastmaster for very long, 4-5 years, but with several spell of procrastination, I could not actually join. This time, after reading one book where there was a reference of Toastmaster, it again reignited this thought that I should actually join, and this time I actually took that step and joined the club. That's great. Everyone else was service. So before moving forward, I will see a couple of roles are empty and we have a sufficient member, so I can ask people to volunteer take the role. So I am combining the TMOD and the G since TMOD is back up in the morning. So TMOD and the G can be one person.
We can skip T-Mode because
No, it's like a G river. So TMOD and G combined will be one. So
Vishu has requested me to.
so you can have the both because there are many people.
Or Anurag can take up
TMOD and the G row, both.
And G role.
Yeah. So combining.
I think G role should be given to the person who has come on time.
G
You
only.
can take G role.
G should be given to the person who has come on time. Because he has to.
That's why I was
He has to comment on the other people's.
Abhishek has to take
So actually I'm looking for the taking all that. So
You can take
Either Abhishek mistake or Banu sir can take this.
So, start you taking you.
Okay.
So you can take the G,
Okay.
G and the visual.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. So then we have the whole computer in. So I can say two people can take the one, like one computer can take the two people.
I
Like
can
Amita and
evaluate
I can take any of the icebreakers.
the Toastmaster Ravi is.
Evaluator should be only those people who have completed that evaluation project in the level.
I want
Yes, so you can do that.
so the whole can be in the Toastmaster.
Rahul can be.
नहीं, who is the evaluator? Rahul?
one.
नहीं, Toastmaster Ankit.
Can take.
Toastmaster Ankit will be the evaluator one of Rahul because there are very few people out there.
I can evaluate Toastmaster Neelam.
Okay.
It's fine.
So myself for man. Visually Toastmaster one.
मुझे क्या टीएम मोड बनाया है?
Toastmaster mind speech.
नहीं
अच्छा वो अलग है क्या?
ये हम दोनों में है।
अच्छा ये क्या है?
TMOD should be separate.
Prithvi, you can take two. So you can take for Prithvi the role. You will go. Yes.
You can.
So Neelam.
I can take grammarian.
Okay. Where when taken by Toastmaster. So I'm taking 1 minute over here to make the everyone take the role. So anyone wants to add anyone over there? If you can, we take the two roles, like the V and the timer. Okay. Toastmaster pictures. Anyone who has not taken the leading role over there right now? Yeah. You have not taken the role. So we can give one.
She is giving speech.
No, the guest member.
Our company you can.
Half an hour. Gitanjali. I can see everyone has taken the role. At least the people from over there. Toastmaster Manu is the team only at the time.
No, TMOD should be separate.
So then there is no as such.
You take TMOD.
Okay.
I said R.
I said we-
And similarly, whosoever is speaking, like she's giving a speech or anyone.
So Anurag can be the developer as well.
So easy.
So I added the name of the people in the list.
So unnecessary.
टीएम मोड बन जाता हूँ ना मैं?
You take some other role. Do we have table topics के लिए time है क्या हमारे पास?
If they are resident, that's fine.
Do we have time for table topics?
7
Team is not a role, it's just like
For table topics.
if there is a role, so we can have, otherwise.
टेबल टॉपिक का चांस कम है मुझे लग रहा है 6 से
Okay.
We are already there, yeah.
So now the role has been taken. Just the next moment. So all the role has been taken. So this is the role. Team only taken by Toastmaster Anurag. This taken by Toastmaster Manu. Grammarian Toastmaster Jara. Our counter is Gitanjali. Timer Ritvi. Then this as a series of evaluator roles. Ankit, Abhishek, Jara, Ritvi, Manu sir, Anurag. So all the role has been played and
Who's evaluating Monica?
Monita is not.
is still like going to
We'll see whenever she.
These comes that we can have.
No, latecomers should not be allowed.
Hmm?
Latecomers should not be allowed.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah.
You said
Cut
So-
off them.
Now let's have the meeting started.
Once again, who is evaluating Neelam?
but I have given the
Okay. Anurag. So Rahul wants to. Okay. So let's have Rahul.
अनुराग
If Anurag wants, I mean, मेरा speech है actually.
राहुल
Actually, she wants to become one.
She wanted her to evaluate by round and by
Yes.
for
May I
round.
write somewhat bigger
I
font?
don't want to make anyone unhappy today.
Man.
Yeah, let's make the.
Write somewhat bigger, I can't see it. Can anyone see what is written?
I can see.
But it's not very. Yeah, it is up to the writing is me.
Okay,
So let's
fine,
have-
fine, fine.
Okay, it's fine. Next time I will write it down.
Handwriting comes.
So now starting with the clear morning, let me call the. So then today is speak-a-thon day. Where the people are going to.
पीडीएफ का करना कौन सा टाइम क्या है पीडीएफ टाइम स्प्लिट
Agenda.
Agenda. Agenda.
And there is no sir because DBA education is on the chill mode today. Because the last day at the last meeting and I have connected with him.
No problem. From next year.
Next year we have the right DBA education who is who is going to present every meeting.
5 to 7.
I think you know like in my term like the BPA education is a person who have given multiple role in the corporate background as well as in the personal life like he has a baby and so on. So he is not able to come to the meeting. If you look at the last 6 months, he is not able to come to the meeting, but he keep himself working hard. He keep he keep the time available for the as a BPA presidency, BPA education and keep taking the role. If you look at the Toastmasters role, he keep taking the role, although he is not able to come. Because since he has committed, he has delivered at least 90% of that. So now calling to the Toastmaster Nanda to come on this session, take the meeting forward. Everyone support the Toastmaster.
Thanks, Toastmaster Abhishek. So, hi everyone. Now, hi. So now today we have a speak-a-thon. We are going to have 6 speeches back to back since Monica is not here. And as you all know, we have 3 sections. First is speak section. Second is, if possible, according to time constraint, table topic section, or in the end we have an evaluation section. So for this, before starting the speech for the evaluation section, I would like to invite our general evaluator, Toastmaster Bhanu, to please come on stage and share about his job objective.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's the time of end of the year, and as we move into the new year, and thanks to Toastmaster Abhishek, he had that exercise where we retrospected on what we did last year. The same is with general evaluator role. I will come in the end and I will reflect or retrospect on what went good in the meeting and what went not so good. So I will give the feedback. I am not alone. I have a team of evaluators who will give the feedback to individual speakers, and also very important part, supplementary role players, timer, R counter and grammarian. So who will be assisting me in evaluating the timing, R counters and grammar part of the speeches. First I would like to invite our timer. Today our timer is Toastmaster 3.
Good morning everyone. So today I'll be playing the role of a timer. So for prepared speeches, we have for prepared speeches, green card will be shown at 5 minutes and yellow card will be shown at 6 minutes, and the red card will be shown at 7 minutes. And in case of evaluations, we don't have table topic sessions since it is an speak-a-thon sessions. So in case of evaluations, green card will be shown at 2 minutes and yellow card will be shown at 2.5 minutes, and the red card will be shown at 3 minutes. Additionally, I'll also be showing the red card in case the president or the general evaluator crosses the designated time. After the session gets over, when the general evaluator will call me, I'll share the report. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shetty. Now I would like to invite our counter. Our counter is Toastmaster Gitanjali.
Hi everyone, I'm Gitanjali. I'm the R counter analyst. I'll be taking a note of the crunch words in which we consider well, but, so, or the sound words how many times they are being used. Some repeated words like that, I mean, I, repeated words in such cases, and when the speaker is, or the person who's speaking is taking long pauses which are not necessarily required as a part of the sentence. At the end, I'll take a note of all this and submit to our respected evaluator.
It's very important what we speak with good grammar. And for that, we have our grammarian, Toastmasters Sarah.
Good morning, everyone. So I'll be the grammarian for today. My job as a grammarian is to make sure that everybody is using grammar properly and to take a note of any misuse and any grammatical errors that people make. And sometimes it's quite unconscious that we misuse a verb or we don't use a tense properly. So I'll take a note of that. And at the same time, any time that somebody uses a good quote, a good saying, anything that is very excellent, I will take a note of that as well, and I will present a report at the end of the meeting. Today's word of the day is zenith. It means the highest point. Every time anybody uses it, please give them a thumbs up. And I will take a note of how many times word of the day was used today. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zara. So let's try to take our performance to the zenith and do our best in respective roles. With that, I would like to hand over the stage back to Toastmaster Anurag.
Thanks, Toastmaster Banu.
We have two more cases.
Okay, so please, would you like to share about today's objective of you coming to Toastmaster?
Name and
And also introduce yourself to the club.
like name and the objective.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, I am Bhavna Gupta and I stay in sector 45. So I came to know about this Toastmasters club through Google, and I've heard about other Toastmasters club as well in other cities and through my friends and colleagues. So my objective here to join this club is to connect with people, understand different perspectives, learn some communication and hone my leadership skills, and obviously make some good connections and do networking with all the like-minded people.
Hi everyone, I am Mohit Gupta. So I also reside in sector 41 and I am her as well. So we both had thought that why not give her a chance to come and see. We have heard about it but never thought of joining it. But now since it is very near to our house, we thought to take out time on Sundays just to improve our speaking skills as well as to be presentable to everyone.
Great. I hope you have a great time here today. So now let's start with our first speech, since we have back-to-back speeches. So let's start with our first speaker, Toastmaster Rahul. Please come on stage. And I would request his evaluator, Toastmaster Ankit, to please share about his speech objective and its title.
Hi everyone, so today I'll be evaluating Toastmaster Rahul. The title of Toastmaster Rahul's speech is, do you know about social speeches? And his pathways presentation mastery. He will be delivering project 2 of level 3. It's an elective project and I wish best of luck to Toastmaster Rahul.
Toastmaster Rahul.
Do you know about social speeches?
So do you know about social speeches, Toastmaster Rahul? Do you know about social speeches, Toastmaster Rahul?
Toastmaster Ankit, quickly, I need a female name from you, apart from Julie, Anjali, and anyone from NCTC.
Kritika.
And not about
Apart from anyone from NCTC.
Kritika.
Let's forget it. Ladies and gentlemen, there are generally three types of social speeches. The first one is a toast. It is a speech given to celebrate and honor someone or something, typically by raising a glass and drinking. Second one is an acceptance speech, which is given to show your gratitude and acknowledgements upon receiving an award. And finally, an eulogy. It is a speech given to honor and commemorate someone's life, typically at a funeral or memorial service. Let me give you an example for each. Let's start with a toast. Imagine Toastmaster Ankit is getting married to Toastmaster Anuragini. Apologies because he did not provide me a name.
I did.
Let's imagine Anuragini is a female version of a Toastmaster Anurag. Very pretty and very smart. So here it goes. Hello everyone. I'll keep this short and hopefully sweet because real stars today are Toastmaster Ankit and Toastmaster Anuragini.
Let it be.
I'm assuming Anuragini is Toastmaster. Let's say Toastmaster Anurag. Okay, Anuragini is like very lengthy name. Let's say let's switch it to Priya. Okay? Let's assume Priya is a Toastmaster or she joined Toastmasters after she started dating Toastmaster Ankit. I have known Ankit for a long time, and today we are gathered here to witness Ankit officially admitting that he was wrong and Toastmaster Priya is right forever. I've seen him staying up all night and preparing and perfecting these speeches or just playing video games. But today, he has taken up the biggest challenge of all: love, laughter, and lifetime of sharing closet space. And let's be honest, he has got a really good deal. Priya is patient enough to handle all his works and charming enough to make everyone smile. And finally, married to Toastmaster Ankit, of all people. But seriously, when you two look at each other, it's clear that it's a perfect match. So, here is to Toastmaster Ankit and Toastmaster Priya. May your love be strong enough and modern enough to handle times and old-fashioned enough to survive forever. Thank you and cheers. Now here is the example for an acceptance speech. Imagine I have won international speech contest and I have to give a speech. But let's see how it goes. I was not sure that I would win this contest. And that is why I do not have a speech ready. But my friends did, and they handed over a note to me. Let's see what it says.
What?
It says, I'm really grateful to the great Millennium City Toastmasters Club. True. I would specifically like to thank two-time club officer Toastmaster Anurag. If he was not there, I would be here. Well, that's not actually true. It further says, now you can improvise. Is it? It's actually a great feeling when you win a contest. And I'm really happy. There are ups and downs in life. And there will always be ups and downs. When there is up, you don't have to worry about it. But when things go down, that's when you need a push. Few weeks back, I was in Gym Corbett. And there, I met a girl. And she was wearing a pink dress. And surprisingly and coincidentally, the car she was in was also pink. And do you know what was her name?
Priya.
Of course, it was Pinky. The moment I met her, my red heart became pink. And do you know, and can you guess what is my favorite color right now?
Pink.
That's very sad, because my favorite color is actually olive green. You see, it was just a love at first sight. I never met her after that. Because you see, I only knew her first name. I tried searching over all the social media platforms, but could not find her. In fact, I tried some common surnames as well. Pinky Sharma, Pinky Singh, Pinky Gupta, Pinky Agarwal, Pinky Kumari. Could not find her. And I was really sad. But now I won this contest and I'm very happy. Thank you. Lastly, an example of eulogy. Today, we have gathered here to honor and remember Mr. Ratan Tata, a visionary leader and a kind soul. His contributions to the business world has transformed Tata Group into a global powerhouse. Apart from his business acumen, he was also known for his philanthropy, compassion, and commitments to social causes. He has uplifted countless lives through his charitable work, always prioritizing people over profits. His impact is immeasurable, and he will be remembered forever. Let's cherish his memories and continue to take forward his vision and values. Rest in peace, Mr. Ratan Tata. In conclusion, social speeches are really important and crucial in our life. It's important to share your feelings, emotions, and gratitude to your loved ones. These moments of sharing help you strengthen relationships, create lasting memories, and foster a sense of connection and appreciation among friends and family. Thank you. Over to you,
Very good speech. There is a lot to learn for us from this speech. Now it's time for feedback. So,
Let's after the second speech.
after second speech.
The 1 minute feedback.
Okay, so you can note it down in your notes and you can put it back in form. So, guys, now we would like to invite our next speaker, Toastmaster Mayank. And I would like to, who is his evaluator? Toastmaster Abhishek is evaluated to share about his speech objective and his speech title.
So the objective of today's main speech is writing a speech with a purpose. So there is purpose behind the speech. And his pathway is presentation mastery, and currently he is at level 1 and project 2. And the title of the speech is Life Without Money. Life Without Money.
So, Toastmaster Mayank, life without money. Toastmaster Mayank, life without money. All to you.
What is this?
Money.
500 rupee note money, right? But why do we actually need money? Have you ever thought about this? Money is not even a real thing. Yeah. Money is not even a real thing. We just chase it and it dictates our whole life. We leave our hometown for money. We uh, leave a passion for money. Some people are even ready to do illegal or even unethical things for money. But money is a mere illusion created by us humans only. How? I would explain this first economically and then philosophically. When this central bank decides that it has to, give out 100 crore rupees notes in the market, it asks the central bank, the RBI, to produce new 100 crore rupee notes in a form of paper money or digital transactions. But the RBI doesn't do it for free. It takes 100 crore worth of bonds from the government to print those new notes. So basically, new money means new debt, and every time new money is created, it is created out of thin air, and that's why inflation happens. If you haven't understood this, I would urge you to watch a documentary film on YouTube called Zeitgeist Addendum. Now, explaining this, why money is an illusion philosophically, can you take this 500 rupee note and buy something in other country? No. If you have a 2000 rupee note today, can you buy something? No. So, these are just numbers written on a paper note, or we see it, some numbers increasing or decreasing in our bank accounts or digital wallets. So this is just a mere illusion. Paper currencies, coins, they work because they have a stamp from the central bank and the government calls it a legal tender. Do we actually need money to survive? Well, if we dig deep into the past, we don't. Our ancestors used to produce their own food, live in their own shelters. That time there was no money. The purpose of life is not to run in a job and work 5-6 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day. The purpose of any living organism is primarily survival. The plants and trees survive by photosynthesis. The animals survive by eating grass or hunting other animals. Money is the root cause of all problems, and this is what I believe. Crimes happen because money is involved directly or indirectly. Wars happen because of money. In fact, terrorism is a billion-dollar industry. So, what should we do as humans? See, there are, you might think like, we should leave everything and live in an isolated jungle, like the people of Andaman and Nicobar have been doing it for ages. But for us modern humans, that also requires skill, which our ancestors have, which those isolated tribes have, but we don't. So, what else can we do? We should pause in this rat race, pause for a moment, and enjoy and appreciate the little things of your life. Like go out, have fun with your friends, meet old friends, spend time with your family, breathe, exercise. Just everything you do apart from work is your life, and never let your work dictate your life. Chase experience, chase money, but don't let your work interrupt your life. Most importantly, chase experiences. Thank you.
Thanks, Toastmaster Ramayana. And he showed a very good perspective to say about money. That this is not an important thing. This is just a mode of transaction between two persons. So I believe feedback form is shared with everyone. Guests can scan it from the person next to them.
My phone is there.
So please, someone other can please share with the guest as well. So you have to share your feedback about this speech. because feedback is very important for someone to improve his or her speech.
Can we give rice as a membership fee instead of money?
As Toastmaster mentioned, this is just a mode of transaction to take services from other person. So it's kind of service, and if you need it, then you have to pay, right?
Sorry, I remembered my speech.
Timer, please note the timer. How much time do we have? Till then, we can have a guest introduction. Can you please introduce about yourself and your reason of joining us coming today?
Yeah, so I would rather share this with a sense of regret. I've been living here in Gurgaon for around a decade or so, and I always wanted to join a Toastmasters club, but I never made any effort for it. And so I came across when I was searching on Google 3 days ago, and I thought this is closer to my place, so I came here to see what's going on. So I joined the Toastmasters club around 20 years ago. When I joined Infosys, I started my career with Infosys. There is a Toastmasters club inside it. So I vaguely remember what used to happen, and I used to participate in the speeches. But gradually I lost touch with the club, and then with the changes and shifts in career, I kind of missed out on that opportunity. Currently, my role at my company does not allow me to speak very much. No, I mean there are not many occurrences where I can go and speak. So that's the reason I'm here. Currently just watching what's happening. But yeah, soon maybe I will be there on the stage and making a speech.
Sure, definitely.
So the idea is to continuously improve, because when you are not in touch and when you don't have opportunities to speak, then you kind of
you
start losing that comfort. So that's the idea. So this is my first day here in Gurgaon. I haven't been to any Toastmasters club in Gurgaon. So I feel good seeing the speeches and the way it is happening.
Sure, definitely. Thanks for I hope you had a good time here.
Yeah. And my apologies that I think 20 minutes late for this. So
yeah, actually you might not be aware about the timing.
Yeah, I was not aware of the timing. Even I was trying to call somebody, so nobody picked up.
Actually, my phone is occupied.
Oh.
If you were calling to me.
Okay. Our timing is 10:30.
Yeah, I know.
So now coming to our next speaker, Toastmaster Amita, and whose evaluator is Toastmaster Jana.
So today Toastmaster Amita will be delivering her second speech at level 1 of presentation mastery. The title of her speech is Nice Girl.
Okay, so over to you, Toastmaster Amita. Nice girl, Toastmaster Amita. Nice
Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. So today is my second speech. We all want to be a nice person and nice girl or nice boy, right? Anyone is here who does not want people to praise them or say good thing about them? Anyone is there? No. Right? We all want people to praise us, to say good thing about us, right? We are a nice people, we are a good people, not selfish person. Am I right?
Yes.
So, as a child, when I grew up, I always have had this experience of always thinking that I am a nice girl, because my family members, my grandmother, my Bua, they used to love me a lot, and they always used to praise me that you are a very nice girl. You obey our whatever they say to me, and I used to obey them. I never took my stand. I never self-expressed myself many times, and just to be on the just to justify that label of being a nice was very important for me always. So I remember a moment in my life when my Bua, who used to love me a lot, she was there for a vacation in my home. So she asked for a night dress to me, and I was looking forward to give her something good, but not the best one, the nicest one, which I used to love. That dress I did not want to give to her. At that time, I just took out the another dress. So my sister just said to me, "Why are you not giving her the best one?" Unwillingly, because she said to me, I had to take it out and just give it to my Bua. And my Bua and my Dadi heard my sister, but they misunderstood her. They thought that I am the nicest person, and I am the person who is willing to give a nice dress to her, not she is the she one. So they started praising me. Okay, she is very good person, but they started bullying her that okay, she is very selfish. At that time, I knew that I am not the nicest one. At that time, I knew this is not the truth. But I could not gather the courage to tell them that okay, this is not the reality. The reality is that she has told me to give you this dress. So this is the experience which stuck to me, which told me that because I wanted to justify this label of being a nice person, I could not self-express myself. I could not be an authentic person, a truthful person with myself only, because they did not know what is the reality. But I knew what was the reality, right? And over the period of time, in this journey of becoming self-aware and to knowing that being nice is not important, then being authentic and being truthful to yourself is much, much more important. I have learned this, and when I have started practicing it, I know that how much liberated I feel, and I am seeing myself into a zenith of self-awareness, right? And I am very happy and content and satisfied person. So there are three takeaways which I have learned for myself in this journey of becoming a self-aware person. The first lesson which I have learned is that my self-worth is not attached how people are seeing me and what they are saying about me. People have to say whatever they will say, and their thought process, their perception does not define me. It is what I think about myself defines me. Number two, what I have learned that I cannot please everyone. So I should not run after it that I have to please everyone. Let me just be and understand what is important for me, and I should go for it rather than pleasing other people around me. And the third one is I should prioritize my own needs, what is important for me. I should understand first what is important for me, and the second, I should take a stand for it. I should be more expressive about it rather than just going and what people are telling me. So these are the lessons which I have learned, and I just wanted to share with you guys, and I hope my this speech would, I do not know this is right.
What a wonderful speech by Toastmaster Amita. Now it's time for feedbacks. Timer, please check. Okay, so time is over. Now it's time to invite our next speaker, who is Toastmaster Ravi, and I believe this is his icebreaker speech. So there is in Toastmaster there is a ritual. Whenever it is icebreaker speech, we all give a standing ovation in the end to him. For this, I would like to request his evaluator, Toastmaster Prithvi, to please share about his speech objective.
So, Toastmaster Ravi will be delivering his first icebreaker speech. His pathways is presentation mastery, project 1, level 1. And the objective is icebreaker speech with theme and a message. This title speech is Accepting Change Through Effective Transition. Speech title is Accepting Change Through Effective Transition.
Toastmaster Ravi, accepting change
Through effective transition.
through effective transition. Accepting change through effective transition. Toastmaster Ravi, over to you.
So this is an ice-breaking session for me, and the topic which I've actually selected is accepting change through effective transition. So change is inevitable, and so is the journey through that change, and we call that journey through the change as transition. Being an ice-breaking session, I'll actually take you all through my memory lane as a 3.5-year-old kid who got admitted in a school. And two of my elder sisters were already studying that school. It was a neighborhood Montessori school, and I was actually by that time I was actually speaking only my mother tongue, which was Maithili. I wasn't well versed with Hindi at all, and being the first day in a school, I thought it will be a troublesome because everybody was actually speaking Hindi. Now, what I actually observed is that school had a complete customized plan for me, a transition plan for me to make me comfortable and transition through this. First of all, when I actually went there, it was like home. I was calling my teachers either Didi or Auntie, and nobody was actually asking anything to me. Second, I was allowed to enter my sister's classroom and sit with her. Third, nobody ever stopped me or tried to correct me on my wrong Hindi. My sister used to get feedback, and then she was given a task that at home you will make him rehearse this particular part or make him understand that particular piece in Hindi. And over a period, I improved my Hindi. So that was one. So good thing about this entire transition was that there was a plan already existing which was customized to my need. So this is key takeaway one. Then after clearing my third class, I got admitted into an English medium school. I was very excited. Reason being, I was actually getting new dress, new shoes,
That school had coat and tie. That was a new thing for me. And then I had to actually go through a school bus. So it was a very exciting moment for me. I joined the class first day, and what I actually experienced there in my earlier school wasn't actually existing here. I was made to sit in a class, roll call happened, and when my name called, by my habit, I stood up and said, Jai Hind, Auntie. And that was the moment whole class started laughing. I was not knowing why they're actually laughing. This is, I actually said for last 3 years, right? 4 years I was actually saying this. Then teacher called me, said, didn't you hear all the students? They were saying present ma'am or yes ma'am. You have to call me ma'am, not auntie. I said okay. Then they started teaching in a usual way. I was part of the school, I wasn't understanding anything because the medium has underwent a change for me. So I wasn't even getting anything. So then first test, weekly test happened, and I was told that these fill in the blanks is to be learned. I wasn't understanding anything, so I said first right, second wrong, third right, fourth wrong. And then teacher asked me one particular fill in the blank and said, what will you fill in this blank? And then my question was that, is it first, second, third or fourth? Because I had actually remembered first right, second wrong, third right, fourth wrong. And then whole class again started laughing. Somehow I felt as if I'm not actually made for this school. I started avoiding going to school at the pretext of either having stomachache or headache and all. 2-3 times it went through well. One time when I actually made a pretext of having a headache because that day I had a weekly test. My elder brother said he's actually pretending, let him go. And on my way to school, that spot where I was actually getting picked in a school bus, there on that way I thought that this is not a permanent solution. I actually have to find some sustainable solution to deal with it. And that day I made a resolution that I'll actually put extra effort, I'll try and understand, and initially I started cramming. And it showed its result. I started getting good outcome of this effort. And after few days or few weeks, I was actually topping the class. So at least that gave me confidence, and I actually went through this transition also. The learning is that the first experience I had, that you will actually have a already prepared plan, customized plan, that will not actually happen always. So your will and your determination will actually help you transition through the change. Third aspect is that at 7, my parents decided that now I actually have to move to another school, and that was Hindi medium, evening boys school, government aided, in Karol Bagh. And when I actually went there, first day, first of all, I had a long hair, and also the kids started telling me that our maths teacher will hold your hair and he'll beat you. So the task for me was to get my hair cut. So I got 2 cut very next day. The very first day when I actually entered the classroom, class teacher walked in and he said, who all have homework notebooks? Those who do not have, stand up. I stood up because I didn't have a notebook. And he started beating with a stick on my hand. I said, sir, I'm a newcomer. So then he said, if you're a newcomer, you should actually have that book also, that notebook also. He didn't listen at all. He started beating me and I started crying. It was a very difficult experience for me. Later when I found out that kids are actually fight in breaks and they use foul language. This was again altogether a different experience for me. Now, just to stay with them or look cool, I even started using foul language. Now, my school was actually 15-16 kilometers away from home, and therefore nobody at my home was knowing that this fellow has actually started using foul language now. And one day I heard my neighbors talking good about me because they were not knowing that I also developed the same habit with other kids of Malla and actually started. So, and my mother was actually appreciating and feeling good. And that time I realized that by using that foul language at a distant place, I'm actually breaching the trust of my mother and my neighbors. And their encouragement, their talking good thing about me motivated me. And that is how I actually decided that now onwards I will not use any foul language. And that day till date, I do not use foul language. Third, so the key learning from this transition was that one, environment may not actually be there. Change will be there, but the change may not be acceptable to you. Ultimately, you have to measure what value you stand for, and the fact that you should not breach anybody's trust and motivation. And that is the third learning I had. So, in a nutshell, I want to say that first, you should actually have a better plan for accepting the change and transition through. If that is not there, your will and determination will help you. But ultimately, always keep remembering that value and trust of others matters more than anything else. That is it. Thank you.
Thank you.
What is make a speech, great speech by Toastmaster Ravi. And now it's time for feedback. So please give your valuable feedback for him to improve for his next speech. You can also you can scan it from
The form name is really
form.
I forgot to share. I did not update it yesterday. I was busy in this speech.
Abhishek might have shared this.
You can edit.
Also, you can submit this form by end. Once you can fill details of every.
His name is not updated.
I did not have.
Actually, I have corrected the.
He has shared a new
Acha.
form, I believe.
Oh.
You might be using earlier. Also, whenever a person is on stage, please do not interrupt. Like, you can just wait outside. Whenever there is clapping, then you can enter only in between the breaks so that the speaker is not disturbed.
You can scan again.
So everybody who has scanned from Vish's phone, please scan, please.
Yeah, maybe submit that one and then for the ones who
Yeah.
are not filled,
You
you
don't have to submit the old. She is also giving speech. She made me say.
and I do know there is a previous one.
I do not remember this. 2 weeks.
You made the form and you
2 weeks back, I did.
Guys, please don't discuss and talk while somebody is giving feedback to the speaker.
Apologies.
So I think the new link is having the older name. The new link I've shared on the board.
But we have always shared.
If you refresh the form, you have
Gets updated means, but oh yeah, if you just refresh the form. Sorry, you have to refresh the form.
timer, please
What
check
the
the
names are
time.
there.
Let's get started with this.
Yeah, I believe time is over now. 1 minute is over. Now it's time to invite our next speaker, Toastmaster Visu, and her evaluator is Toastmaster Bhanu. So I would request his evaluator to please say about her speech objective and speech title.
Hello everyone. We all know what an impact your body and vocal variety plays when you are speaking. Today Toastmaster Vishu is trying her second speech from level 1 of third speech from the level 1 presentation mastery path, that is Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Languages. And her speech title is Social Styles. Timer, please note the time is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster Vishu.
Toastmaster Vishu, your speech title is Social Style. Toastmaster Vishu, Social Style.
Thank
Over to you.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are awake. I know it's a chilly morning, and I want to start my speech by saying, have you observed that there are times when someone enters the room, they fill the room with energy. They have stories which makes you awake, isn't it? Whereas there are some people who give facts, they present their thoughts with facts, data very suddenly and very quietly. So it's quite fascinating to see that how we all are very different, yet we have our own personalities, right? Communication is, it is said that communication works on those who work on it. Communication is not about just speaking. Communication is about connecting. And today, my dear friends, I am going to talk about how you can connect well through communication. I am going to talk about the social styles. I am sure you must have heard about social styles, but today I am going to tell you about social styles, my style. There are 4 types of social styles. First is driving, the second one is analytical, the third one is amiable, and the fourth one is expressive. What is analytical? Analytical people are detailed-oriented people. These are the people who will assess data, facts and figures, and then they will take a decision. Whereas, if you see that if you are working with analytical people, make sure that you go with data. Make sure that if you are not backing your thoughts, your presentation with data, you will fail. Second one is driving people, and these are mostly the leaders, the top notch. How? These are the people who need results. They are goal-oriented people. They are very straightforward, cut to the chase. They are such people that if you are going to fiddle with them, they will not agree to what you are trying to say. In short, when you are working with driving style people, you are straight to the point, you are clear in your thoughts, and also, when you are working with them, please respect that these are the people who need results. They need results. The third type of people are amiable. Now, these type of people, they value relationships. They are people-oriented. And if you are working with such people, ensure that when you are talking to them, you are empathetic towards them. Empathy is very important for them. They take people along. Now, what are the fourth type of the people? The fourth type of people is expressive. These people are people who are enthusiasts. They come with energy. They fill the room with energy. These people are people who are creative minds. If you are working with expressive style people, ensure that you are listening to their thoughts, you are matching their energy. Otherwise, you will kill their mood. Now you will ask me, Vishu, you have given me all this gyan about what is social styles. How can I identify if what is a style of TM Anurag or TM Abhishek or TM Banu? So how will I identify the social styles? I would say it's easy. You can get clues through their body language, how they speak, how confident they are. I'll give you an example. It's when you see that how people are taking decisions in your organization, you see if they rely on data more, or they are emotional, or they take decisions quickly based on results. Remember, as I am telling you about social styles and I'm telling you how we can implement that into a communication style, it doesn't mean that you have to change yourself. You do not have to change yourself. You just have to tailor your communication style with them. Why? If suppose I am talking to a driving style person and I am focused on results and I'm goal oriented, I will match the vibe of that person. And if I'm matching the vibe of that person, that enhances your communication, that makes your communication effective. And when your communication is effective, that how you elevate your level of communication and bring that to the next level. Now, I have told you about what are social styles. Let me test your knowledge and let me ask you how much you have learned, right? I am going to say a few lines. You have to guess that which style this is, okay? Let's cut to the chase. We need results. Tell us how we can achieve this. Tell me which style this is. Driving. That's driving style. Very good. Before taking decision, let's look at the data and facts and then ensure that this decision is taken wisely. Analytical. Very good. The third one. Imagine if we are going to implement this, this is going to open room of opportunities for us.
Expressive.
Very good. The fourth one, I know it's quite obvious, but I still say, before taking decision, let's take opinion from everyone. Guys, what do you think? Do you think this decision should be made?
No. Amiable.
Amiable. Well, I'm so happy that you all have understood the concept of social styles, and that makes my speech successful. Thank you very much. Just want to say that as you walk out of this room, ensure that we are implementing the concept of social styles. Thank you.
So lot of learning again. Whenever I came here, I know I get to learn lot from each and every speeches. Now it's time for feedback. So please use your phone and give your valuable feedback to her. Timer, please. Okay, so time is over now, and now it's time to invite our next speaker, Toastmaster Neelam. Please. And now I would request her evaluator, Toastmaster Rahul, to please.
Toastmaster Neelam will be giving her first speech from level 1, from presentation mastery. And the objective of her speech is to understand communication style. And the speech title is I Know Everything. I wish Toastmaster Neelam very best.
So is this icebreaker speech?
No, it's
Level 2
first project level 2.
Okay.
So, fifth, sixth speech.
Okay. So Toastmaster Neelam, your speech title is
I know everything.
Your speech title is I Know Everything. Your speech title is I Know Everything, Toastmaster Neelam. Over to you.
I know everything.
You have gone through this phase in your life. Okay. So before starting my speech, I just want to ask one question. How many of you have teenager son or a teenager daughter in your family? Only one? Okay. I have also one teenager daughter. She is 15. And this phase, I have gone through this phase. I have counted so many times from her side that, Mom, I know everything. Mama, I know that. Why are you saying this again to me? I know. She always rolled her eyes. Mama, I know. This way. So, this phrase I have counted so many times in my life that I am really fed up. But don't fed up from this. It's very interesting phrase. I'll tell you why. My daughter is teenager, and when she used to say this word in front of me, I just take a deep breath and smile. Okay, sweetie, I know you know this thing. You're pretty good. Okay. What happened one day when she went to the school, and when she came from the school, after discussing with her friends, and when she came back from her school, she announced me one thing, Mama, I am going on a diet today, a new diet plan I have. I said, okay. So I just have some concern about which type of diet you are going to start. She started arguing. I don't tell you, I will eat only one meal in a day. It's in the afternoon. I said, okay. But beta, just tell me what you are going to eat. Mama, I know everything what to do. Please don't. I know everything. Okay. I kept it like this. After so many days, like for 2 weeks after, she felt very dizzy and weak. So, okay, you're weak. So, I have no concern about it. After 3rd week, she came to me crawling like, Mama, these pimples, please tell me what to do. I'm so weak, I lose so much weight. I don't look good in my class. See my face, it's pale now. So, at that time I said, what I said. You know what I said? Because that diet plan exactly didn't work well. So, what I said at that time, I didn't say like this. I told you now, I didn't say that. What I said at that time, sweetie, you should have taken some advice from your mother at that time. But it's okay. You know everything. You know. That time, she again, Mama, please now tell me what to do. My face is dull now, what to do? So, again, I just gave them one advice to her. Many times we think that our daughters know everything. But in reality, they don't know. They're just a teenager. So in reality, they don't. And it's okay to not know everything. I should say it is a necessity to do that she don't know everything. It's a necessity. Because let them stumble in their life. Let them fall in whatever journey they are going through. Because if they know everything, we can keep ourselves on that side also. If we know everything, we will not grow, we will not learn, and we will not explore. So, it's okay to not know everything. So, if second time, if your daughter or son comes to you and say, rolling their eyes like, oh, Mama, I know everything. Please don't tell this again. So I have so many examples, but I am sharing one example that only about the diet plan. So if they come to you again saying, I know everything, just take a deep breath. Smile at them. I know. Sweetie, I know that you know so much. I am very glad that you know so much thing. I know that you know so much thing, but it's okay to take some advice from your mother or from your father because it will help you. They will grow, your daughter or your son will grow only when they fall. They will grow only when they fall. They will grow themselves when they learn something from their life. Like from these simple examples in their life. Right? So it's okay to just take a deep breath, stay calm and say, yes, you know, I am glad you know everything. But, sweetie, you know that your mother learns a thing or two too. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Toastmaster Neelam. Great speech. Although I don't have son or daughter, but I will think about saying. No, I will not use this word. I know everything, so I will try not to use it for me. Now I think we should give feedback to her about her speech. So, considering the time constraint, and since we have more than 3-4 speeches, we have 6 speeches today. We decided to omit this table topic section since we have evaluation part as well. So, we are going to evaluation section, our third section, and for this. It's time to invite our general evaluator, Toastmaster Bhanu, for this section. Over to you, Toastmaster Bhanu.
We have seen so many great speeches, 6 speeches. So after a long time, I am hearing 6 speeches, and there was a lot of learning from each of those speeches. I would like to invite the individual speech evaluators to give further feedback to all the prepared speakers who have done who have put such a hard work in their speeches. First, I would like to invite Toastmaster Ankit to evaluate Toastmaster Rahul's speech.
Hi everyone. So today I am the evaluator of Toastmaster Rahul. I really liked his speech, his voice tonality, the way he speaks. I really like it. His story was great, how he explained about the social speeches. First he talked about the wedding toast speech, then the acceptance speech, and finally the funeral speech of Mr. Tata. Overall it was wonderful. But there are a few recommendations that I'd like to make. The first thing is that although his speech was very interactive, he was asking questions and everything, but at some point his speech went a little haywire in the starting when he was not so much sure about the name. So just a tip is to actually, if you are asking someone question and whatever answer he is giving, just say what you want to hear and ask him if he agrees or not. Like if you are asking something, if you don't agree with the name, you can just say, "Are you okay with Priya?" And then you can go ahead. Because it creates a kind of confusion later on. When somebody was suggesting you some other name, you are confused with some other one. So what happens is that the focus of speech, the line of speech goes a little in a different direction, goes otherwise. So that's the tip number one. Second suggestion is you are just standing on the like front extreme of the stage, just moving here and there. So this could be avoided for the other speaker. Use the mid area of the stage as well. And there is a well-known W approach, and everybody knows that, but I'm still telling it. There is a W approach how we can move. And still, if you are not using W approach, still at least use the mid area of the stage. Because it looks a bit odd if just someone is speaking just from the front extreme of the stage. That's the second suggestion. The third one is the transition between different parts of your speech, because he talked about three sections mostly. There was a story in between as well about Pinky. But apart from that, it was mainly three sections of his speech. And he mainly, as I said, he was standing on the front extreme of the stage. So it was really difficult when he was moving to first, second, and third one. So use that wisely. And so these are major suggestions that I'd like to make. Overall, his speech was wonderful. The content was amazing. And as I already said, his voice is something, his tonality is something which I, expect myself to reach at some point during my speaking career. So overall, I really like the speech, and I hope he would take the suggestions in good spirit and be a better speaker in the future. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ankit, for such a thorough explanation. Now, I would like to invite Toastmaster Abhishek to evaluate Toastmaster Mayan's speech. Thank you.
So, man, the topic is selected, life without money. Over there, everyone start co-relating, because when the topic is simple, people can co-relate. So that is one point. That while giving the speech is important, but selecting the topic is also important. It starts getting excitement among the audience. And then he started with showing 5 minutes. What is this? So then he started holding the audience attention in the start by showing a dramatic situation. So in this are the some moment when which we can use to hold the people attention to you, and man has successfully done that. While giving the speeches, he shared some of the life like correlate the topics, like saying not to learn for job, working 5 to 6 days. Purpose of life is survival. And he correlates with the animal survival, the use of plant survival by photosynthesis. Use some technical word over there. That very well he tried to describe the purpose of life. But while giving or narrating his speech, he do not share his personal story. So when you say your personal story, you start connecting with the audience. So that's sharing personal story while giving some learning to the audience, because people can correlate. Second, he has very well given another importance of life, that enjoy the life, live every moment. So that is another learning he has given to make people feel and correlate regarding the life and without money. But at the same time, while sharing the life, the voice tonality was remain flat. Either you can up your voice or down your voice, so that you can emphasize on that point, so that people can at least take it down for the next 2 to 3 minutes. Yes, life, enjoy the life, live the moment. Something like you have to make it at a higher pace. So voice tonality is the one thing. And then at the last time you have also used the rat race. Some of the keyword that you use during the speeches, rat race, chasing experience. They suddenly play important role. when you deliver this with saying such kind of word, whole give you more. I can say the audience look, it is not a simple, you have used the jumble word, the some proverb over there, so that it can give flavor to the speech. That you will use over there, giving flavor to the speeches by giving such words over there. But at the same time, when I saw when you speak, your hand was closed somewhere. But most of the time, you see that your hand was closed. So I opening the hand with the audience. When you open the hand with the audience like this, yeah, somewhere you feel more confidence, and the audience also feel that you are connecting with the audience. So try opening the hands with while giving the speech. Although you are very confident on the stage, when I look, and you have also used the stage moment very well, and you have connected the objective, the purpose of your speech to give the speech with the purpose. You have very well used that correlating that objective of speech with your topics, life without money, and saying the purpose of life. That's the soul from my side. So just a take a moment, only just summarizing it. So you have just your few points you have to work on for saying personal story, voice tonality, and the opening of hand, opening of your hand. Otherwise, everything is quite goes in my space. That's it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek, for such a detailed evaluation. Now, I would like to invite Toastmaster Zara to evaluate Toastmaster Vita's speech.
So Toastmaster Avatar delivered a very standout speech today. She had great storytelling and she discussed many relatable themes. And her speech at the same time had some takebacks that we can all inculcate in our lives. The first one was that our self-worth should not be attached to what others say. We cannot please everyone, and we need to prioritize what is most important to us. I loved that this speech was primarily a story. It made it a lot more captivating to listen to, and it started with a question. It engaged us a little, and then we got into it. Overall, the stage coverage was good, and the best thing about the speech was that it was going at this good pace and it was very smooth. The only time it went a little off is towards the end. A few things that you could work on is better stage coverage. While you had some of it, I could see that you were only going here. You were not fully utilizing the stage. And you can also work on having a few more hand gestures, so that you can be more welcoming towards the audience, and that is one thing I think you can improve on. And while I said everything was very smooth, your tone can also be considered a little flat, so adding a little bit of voice modulation can take your speech to the next level. Overall, the goal of your speech was to deliver a speech with a purpose and delivering it in an organized format, and I think you did that brilliantly. By inculcating these few feedbacks, I think your speech can go to the next level.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zara, for such an insightful evaluation. Now, I would like to invite Toastmaster Prithvi to evaluate Toastmaster Ravi's speech.
One of the most fearful things which is surpassing the fear of death is the fear of public speaking. But one can improve on by structuring their speeches and with the form of art of storytelling. That's how Toastmaster Ravi had narrated his first icebreaker speech through a form of storytelling, which was fantastic and encouraging to the audience. Throughout his speeches, he had explained this childhood days in a more confident manner, and his speech was not at all like a first icebreaker speech. He was quite confident, energetic, and not that nervous. Well, a few pointers to be improved on is one is do not repeat the speech and your name, since it has already been narrated by the evaluator or the Toastmaster of the day. And second is utilize a full body stage. I see that you have been only sticking to one stage, so you have 3 stories to tell, so you can use this stage 1, story 2 and stage story 3. So overall, your speech was very good, and looking forward to more speeches if you have made this improvements. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster B. Now, I would like to invite Toastmaster Khan myself to evaluate Toastmaster Vishu's speech. First of all, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Vishu to awaken the people here, because when she came on the stage, she immediately asked, "Are you still awake?" With her energetic and pleasant voice. So immediately she grabbed the attention of the audience. So that's a sign of a great speaker. Next, she started talking about her speech. She spoke about the different social styles, and it was a great knowledge for us, great knowledge enhancement, that we came to learn about 4 different social styles, how to identify the people with such social styles and how to work with them. So that's great knowledge enhancement for each of us. And she structured her speech very well. She said that I have 4 types of social styles, and she went on giving the examples. And towards the end, instead of just summarizing that which social styles she spoke about, she did a quick knowledge check with the audience. So that's a better sign. Instead of you yourself summarizing and then audience are on their own, they are busy in their own things. You ask audience to think about. So that has greater recall value than you yourself summarizing it. So great thinking there. So I would give kudos to you there. Now coming to the main purpose of this speech, body language and vocal variety. So on the body language, I will give 5 out of 5 to Toastmaster Vishu. She had great hand gestures, her hands were open, no signs of nervousness. She did her counting, that 1, 2, 3, 4. She even did snapping the fingers. Her eyes were speaking, it was like glowing, and a smile on her face. All things were adding to the body language. When a speaker is on the stage, her body communicates, her or his body communicates. And today Toastmaster Vishu's body was speaking in tandem with her speech. So great job, Toastmaster Vishu. Now the next part, vocal variety. Her voice, as I have mentioned already, it was enthusiastic, energetic, and it immediately brought some energy into the room. However, I would like to give a recommendation there. I felt that Toastmaster Vishu was speaking on a little faster pace. So many of the times it was hard for me to comprehend what she said. So it would be better to take some pauses, break the sentences into shorter sentences, and speak little slowly. Another part, vocal variety. I didn't see the vocal variety till the end, the last part, where you were talking about the expressive people, that we have this big opportunity. So try to be more vocal variety where you need. Sometimes you have to raise your voice, sometimes you have to bring it down. So those inputs, I believe you can bring into your speeches with more practice. Overall, it was a well-structured speech with great body language, vocal variety, and the voice was energetic, enthusiastic. Could have been better with more vocal variety. Thank you. Next, I would like to invite Toastmaster Rahul to evaluate Toastmaster Millennium's speech. Thank you.
Toastmaster Neelam gave a wonderful speech with a wonderful message. And she used a very interesting title as well, I Know Everything. It immediately captured our imagination and attention. Through her speech, she conveyed that sometimes it's necessary to let people make decisions, let them fall, let them taste success as well as failure. That's how they learn. And she did wonderful job in conveying that message. If I talk about good things in her speech, first of all, she started with a question. When you are starting with a question, it immediately engages the audience. So kudos there. Second good thing about her speech was her expressions and expressiveness throughout the speech. For example, when she showcased her daughter rolling her eyes, she was actually performing that using her eyes and then that kind of expressions. And there were a lot of instances throughout her speech. Third good thing about her speech was vocal variety. Do you remember the instance where her daughter comes very miserable and she used a very low tone and said that, Mama, I need help. So we could feel the emotions. And lastly, there were instances of humor as well, here and there, which actually enhanced the speech. Though the speech was really good, but I would recommend few things which can elevate the essence of the speech. First thing is that though you were using, the speaker was using the stage, but sometimes I felt it was unnecessary. You were constantly using the stage here and there, and you could have stayed at one place during the speech. And the second recommendation is that the idea was to understand and use communication style in her speech. There are actually 4 types of communication styles: supportive, social, analytical, and direct communication styles. I believe she used a supportive communication style. You could have mentioned that so that people can actually know about the objective and the speech you were trying to give. Overall, it was really a great speech, great expressions, vocal variety. Everything about the speech was great. If you could work on a little bit on the stage movement and share the objective of the speech as well, or include some aspects of the objective, it would just elevate the speech. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul, for such a wonderful evaluation. Now it's time for our supplementary role players. They have played a great role, and most of them have taken it at the last moment. So thanks to them for volunteering. First, I would like to invite our grammarian, Toastmaster Zara. Thank you.
So today was a day with a lot of speeches, and I thought maybe a lot of scope for error as well. But overall, people spoke very well. There were very few instances when I felt I needed to highlight something. So I'm first going to start with the improvement areas. And when I say these sentences, please do understand it's not just about that sentence, but these are just common errors that we all make. Whether it's in terms of tenses, a very common one is between singular and plural. That is something while giving a long speech, a lot of us make. So the first one that I have is every time a new money is created, it should just be every time new money is created. We are good people, not selfish person. Again, this is a singular plural thing. Asked for a night dress to me, asked me for a night dress. Being the first day in the school, being the first day of school. I was getting a new dress. The word mohalla was used. Ideally, when we are speaking, we try to keep things in English. In case we use a word in another language, we're supposed to translate it. And she always rolls her eyes. So these are a few common mistakes that I noted during everybody's speeches. A few good instances during the speeches were love, laughter, and a lifetime of sharing closet space. She turned my red heart pink. Don't chase money, chase experiences, being more authentic with yourself. So overall, it was a very good session. And the word of the day was used only twice by Toastmaster Bhanu and Toastmaster Vishu.
She also used.
I was right, Toastmaster Amrita. In your speech, I was very busy. But yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zara, for such a nice and crisp grammar evolution. Now, I would like to invite our counter, Toastmaster Gitanjali.
Hi everyone, we had great speeches today, and let me also say this, it's my first time sitting as the R counter. So I'll start by the very common blurred word or you say a sound word being used. This is very commonly used by every speaker, either a noun or an initial, very starting speaking very early stage, which is the sound. These are very common. I'm not pinpointing, but this is what I realized or I just saw very frequently was used in the speech of Toastmaster Ravi. The sound has been very common. Actually, I had prepared in a statistical manner using the geometrical thing. So your point is highest in terms of so that although that's very common, I have. Apart from this, I could see one thing which was very common, which is the repeats. Rahul, I think your no words to your speech, it was wonderful. It was just that when you were using the pinky wala face, then you said, let's say, okay, when there was a ruckus regarding the name of thing. Nothing more than that. Repeats, yes, were used. So, yes, I, that, if some were used. I'm not pinpointing to anyone, but these are commonly used words which I think were very much evident to me in the speeches. Apart from this, yes, the crunch word which were used was so. So, okay, so let's say this, okay, so word, apart from this, no other word was as much used which should be pinpointed or which is, sounding odd. But that so word was actually being taken a lot of times. Apart from this, I really had a great time listening to your speeches and good takeaways from you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gitanjali. And she did a great job, even though she is a guest and she did the role at the last moment. So big round of applause for her. Last but not the least, I would like to invite our timer, Toastmaster Prithvi, to give the timing report.
Our counter initially it was 55 seconds during the entry stage, and Grammarian was 59 seconds. Coming to speeches, Toastmaster Rahul 8 minutes 7 seconds, so he's disqualified from the graduation. Toastmaster Mike is 4 minutes and 47 seconds. Toastmaster Ankita is 5 minutes 47 seconds. Toastmaster Ravi is 8 minutes 25 seconds. It's also again disqualified. Then Toastmaster Vishu is 7 minutes 7 seconds, and Toastmaster Neelam is 6 minutes 28 seconds. Coming to evaluations, Toastmaster Ankit is 3 minutes 8 seconds. Toastmaster Abhishek was 3 minutes 42 seconds. Toastmaster Zara was 1 minute 53 seconds. Toastmaster Banu was 3 minutes 44 seconds. Toastmaster Rahul was 2 minutes 59 seconds. Coming to role plays, Toastmaster Zara was 2 minutes in the ending stage, and Toastmaster Gitanjali was 2 minutes 7 seconds. This is my final report. Thank you.
Thank you, Prithvi. So big round of applause for him as well. all the classes and as well as for Toastmasters Zara. Okay. Now, yeah, we are coming towards the end, and I have a big list of my feedback. So first, I would start with the role players' feedback. First, Sergeant at Arm. So he started meeting as usual with his welcome and recital of the Toastmasters play. So good job. I think you can improve there, being more confident and being more energetic. So that was my feedback. Toastmaster Abhishek as a presiding officer, he started meeting and he came up with a new idea, creative idea. He started because there were at that time very few people were there. He could go around the room and ask people's learning. So good idea, Toastmaster Abhishek. Again, I wanted to see some more energy. That's it. Okay. Coming to the TMOD role, so there was some confusion who will take, and finally Toastmaster Anurag took it. So kudos to you. Thank you for volunteering and stepping in. Speakers, all of them, they prepared very well. There were 6 speakers, and you have already got the feedback from the evaluators. Table topics we couldn't hold because we were running short of time. Evaluators, that's my job. I will give feedback on the evaluators. Starting with Toastmaster Ankit. Toastmaster Ankit, you don't need to tell that I am evaluating Toastmaster Rahul. That is already done. So maybe you can just omit that sentence from your speech. You spoke only one line about in the commendation part, but I believe you were giving more recommendations. I thought you didn't like you being the subject in that speech. So I would advise or recommend that be more balanced, like having that CRC approach, commendation, recommendation, recommendation. So when you give two recommendations, make sure that you can give at least 2 commendations as well. Toastmaster Abhishek, he commended the speaker on good things he did. He also gave recommendations and he talked about vocal tonality. Even though Toastmaster Abhishek give all the suggestions, but it's very important to show the speaker how those ideas or suggestions can be implemented. So any evaluator, when you come to evaluate anybody's speech, it's your responsibility to show how to do that. If you are commenting on the vocal variety, just give an example where the speaker could incorporate more vocal variety. Toastmaster Zara was splendid. She was coming when she came on the stage. She was speaking in a pleasant tone, smiling. So that brings a lot of positive energy and vibes. So great job, Toastmaster Zara. But you could have spoken more. I see that your time was only 1 minute 44 seconds. You could expand a little bit more. You have 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Toastmaster Prithvi, so he was very short and kind of very short in the short and this one started with analysis and commendation. But you can speak more. You can get more into the detail of the speech, you can give more recommendation and detailed recommendation. Again, Toastmaster Rao, he also did commendation and recommendation. So great job, Toastmaster Rao there. All the supplementary role players, they were short and crisp, so great considering the time. Now I will come to my critical part. So yeah. And I have observed this a lot of time, and today also I see that we are not punctual about time. Sorry to say that. As we come to the end of the year, I think we should not take this bad habit again into the next year. I found that many of the role players, even speakers, they were working well after the time of the meeting. So I suggest or I recommend, I request the next EC to take actions on that. It's very important. If you see that many of the members cannot make at this time, just check with the members whether we will need to adjust the time. What are the problems members are facing to come on time. Okay? Because it's not good for our fellow members who come on time. Their 10 minutes, 15 minutes, they are wasted, and we have to suspend our agenda. Okay? We have to change, readjust our agenda. We missed on table topics. So many of the guests I see, they wanted to come on the stage and they wanted to speak on table topics. And table topics is the only opportunity they get to speak here. So I would request the EC to take this on a more footing. Another thing, I didn't see the agenda. So agenda was not published. So that's why there was a lot of confusion about the roles. We had a big event, the Speak-a-thon. So to organize it very well, we need to make sure that all the role players are there. Because even though we have the six or seven speakers, we didn't have evaluators for them. So before organizing any such event, we need to make sure that we have sufficient number of role players. I know this is a holiday season, many people are not available, they are on vacation, but we have to see what resources we have and ensure that we have all people there. Kudos to Toastmaster Anurag when he stepped in to take the TMOD role. So yeah, the breakouts can happen, our TMOD backed out. Okay, so that then again we need to have a plan B. Another thing which is I had pointed out earlier also, that is people walking out during meeting or coming back in, correct? So earlier I had suggested putting a notice board or something, some placard, but that I didn't see today, and that's why it was a guest who didn't know about the rules just walked when someone was on the stage. That's not nice. That's not nice to the speaker. So I want action on these things, and these are my feedback. Overall, the quality of meeting, the quality of speeches were great. So that could make up all the shortcomings. So kudos to all the speakers for their preparation. They came well prepared, and even the evaluations were great. So that's my feedback. Oh, now I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmasters.
Voting hasn't said on the group. Can you say can you give the vote with all the speeches you will look at and all the players? Yeah. So the guest can scan from the nearby member.
This is to decide the speeches and evaluations.
So meanwhile, I can have some feedback from the guest regarding the meeting, how you feel. Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, it was really great to attend this. Like I said, I've been looking for a Toastmasters club. I didn't make any effort to join it, but I finally did it today. And there are a lot of learnings from various speakers and also from the evaluators on how the great thing is we are doing it with a process. Like I see these whatever it is, bats, and the way you are evaluating, the way every speech was done within a stipulated time. So I think, and I also enjoyed the speeches. So there's a lot to learn, and it's very well done. So very happy to be a guest and maybe join the club in future. Hi, my name is Abhinav. I think I missed it out earlier.
No worry. So like today we have escape of the developers session. It is like where people get the chance to come on the session and topics will be assigned on that. So mostly the guests can understand. We get the chance to speak more. But because of the time constant, we have to skip out. And also
next meeting,
and also
guests can also
participate. Also the next meeting will be more such because today we have taken a lot of speeches. Actually we used to take 3 speeches, but we have a speak-a-thon event today. So that is why we have taken it.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you prepare and what to
So I liked it thoroughly, and lots of energy was there within speakers. So I liked each one speech. I don't know how much time they would have taken to prepare for it, but I'm also enthusiastic now to contribute towards this, and let's hope that next week I get a chance and I could deliver something and get a feedback also.
Well, that's great. To deliver the speech, you have to be the member. That is one. Okay. Like concept we have, like limitation we have to be the member to deliver the speeches and take the doses. So once you join the Toastmaster, you can start taking money.
We'll try out the table topics. Table topics means impromptu speech. You will be given a topic. You will have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes, and guests can also participate. We just randomly give a topic, and you will speak for 1 to 2.
So that table topic session you can participate in the next meeting. Try come in. Well, that's big on the first.
Yeah, I really had a great break time here. The speeches were great, and even the evaluators and the feedback sessions were great. So there's a lot to learn from each one of us, and I'm looking forward to be part of the next speech.
Cool, thanks. So before giving the awards, let's have a big noise of all the speakers who come and deliver one of the wonderful speakers. And to all the people sitting over there to step out from the home because it's winter season and there is a high cold outside and like many people do not go out in such circumstances. But people step out. That is great. Kudos to you all. I think we have the certificate and everything. Starting with